it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance.
Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, universe. Good morning, everybody else out there. I hope you had that amazing day yesterday and all that wonderful stuff. So I'm getting all excited because I have another class that I'm doing in Frederick, which kind of a pop-up thing, but it's going to be at the oh my goodness, Brand Art. I want to say Bay because it's B-A-Y. Brand Art Yoga. Good morning, Angelina. So I'm going to do this class as a request. It's going to be a smaller one, going through the majors again, because somebody had requested, and doing the history and the majors and stuff like that. So I've got that all on my website if anybody's interested. So what are we even doing here? Welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory, and a reminder to look at the bright side of life. Reminder to take a breath. Trying to find the positive in all this craziness out there. But at least for the next 15 minutes we can do that. So listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean, and then our feet flat on the floor. And then having our butt do the kitty dance. Did I say good morning, Angelina? If not, good morning. I'm still waking up. So, feet flat on the floor, rolling my ankles, butt doing the kitty dance, sitting in the seat. Checking in with the shoulders, the shoulder meters. And then make with that breath, and then the neck, and oh my gosh, feeling that light switch go off. So, again, welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection, our daily inventory, and chance to check in before we start our day and see if we have any angers or resentments. Anything that might pop up during the middle of the day where normally we would get angry, say something. But if we check in the morning and we are attuned with where we are in the universe, the goal is to not let those things trigger us. We've already thought about it. I felt anxious, or I felt overjoyed this morning, and somebody says something, and instead of reacting, we can just take a breath, walk outside, and have the boss say, well, that was very mature of them. Right. So, but this is our morning inventory here. So, oh yeah, my coffee. So, this is where the universe holds up that mirror and asks us, what do we see? And we can use the tarot as that reflection. And I am going to now make our 3 stacks. It's like each one's a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one conversation. This stack will be going down another path. And this one goes down a totally different path. As I take my breath. And I am going to choose the bottom stack, or what I like to think of as things that are underneath that might be influencing us, and we don't even realize it. So, I'm going to do our 3 in 1. And I'm going to flip each card over one at a time, like we're reading the pages of a book. So we find out together. Yeah, this weekend was a real high with the class I gave, and then people standing, standing around. And then I went to another event at Frederick Cups on that Sunday, and there were 3 people there that had taken the class. So literally spent another hour doing, talking about things, and then doing another tarot meditation, but with a group of people. So that was fun. So I'm going to flip each card over again one at a time. And we have our first card. It is the Ace of Swords. So swords are our thoughts, our ideas, and sometimes our anxiety, right? Aces are new beginnings. So we have emotions, and we have feelings, and we have, projects we want to do, and we have, things around the house we have to do. But swords are our new ideas. So this morning, it's about maybe thinking about doing something different, but putting thought into it. What is it that that's on our list? But let's see what the next card says so we can see what's going on with that. Oh, so how do we get excited about projects or doing something around the house or things like that? It is about coming up with a new idea. Old ideas get tiring. How many times have I cooked the same 4 meals that I'm famous for? Yeah, if you ever had my spaghetti sauce once, you would think it's the greatest spaghetti sauce in the world. If you've had it 100,000 times, you might not think the same thing. So maybe I need to come up, for example, like with a new recipe. That's just a thought. Minors are day-to-day cards. These are the small things that matter. And then 2s are about balance, choices. And 1s are fire, energy, creation, taking an action with that thought. And so we have here's a person he's got these choices that he can make. And this is where we have the whole world in front of us. And if you can't really see it very well, but he's got a light bulb over top of his head right there. See that little light bulb? That's because he's got a new idea and he's deciding what to do with it. If you see a light bulb, then we may need to see a neurologist. And then the next card. And the next card is the Fool. So what could that possibly mean? That means no idea is too dumb. Okay, we think about it. It's like, oh, but how do we do something different? We do something different by saying, well, that would be dumb to do, or that's silly, or that's stupid, or that's, you know what? When you are 5 years old and you're handed a sandbox, 3 rocks, 2 sticks, and a box of Legos, you don't think about, oh, how stupid would it be? It's like, I was going to make a castle, but I'm too mature for that. It's like, there is nothing that's too stupid. So essentially what this is saying, you know what? Let's just do a reset here. And the important thing is that the day-to-day stuff is a reset. Minors are a day-to-day card, I always say. It's the majors that we pay attention to. So if we come up with small things, it affects our destiny. Like I say almost every morning, you do the next right thing, you get the next right thing. You come up with a new idea and you act on it, then you find joy that you didn't even realize if you just let yourself go. And I know this for a fact because I love Mina to death. But I have a little kid in me. Let's put it like this. And I will come up with the dumbest ideas. And she will look at me like I'm nuts. And, whether it's buying a 3D printer or deciding I'm going to do conventions or anything like that. And it's one of those things I am good at. Just doing dumb things. And it turning out pretty well. Doing tarot was one of those dumb things that turned out pretty well. It's just you have to do it. You come up with an idea and then you put that idea aside. You come up with another idea, you put that idea aside. You've done that 20 times, and there's 20 things we didn't do. But if we come up with an idea and we decide, I'm going to make the choice to do it and not care, all of a sudden the not care part is that I only learned how to play guitar 3 months ago, and now I am actually going to be on stage playing guitar. You know? You may walk off the edge of that cliff, but you'll have fun. So let's see the advice card. It's the Hanged Man. So what is the Hanged Man? Here we have another destiny. The Hanged Man is about sacrifice and acceptance. And what? Willing to see things different? I mean, those are straight from the book. I can give you all the historical reasons for why that card is what it is. But this card is about sacrifice and acceptance and willing to see things. I mean, he's upside down. If he's like this, he's looking at things normal, isn't he? Now we do this. He's doing a river dance, right? Hanging again. Yeah. So either, maybe the idea is maybe we need to do a river dance. We need to go to a class. But he's actually upside down. So he's seeing things differently. So today, what's that thing we always dismiss because it's childish or it's dumb or it's, I don't have time? Because this card's also about sacrifice. And we can sacrifice for ourselves. But what is that one idea that keeps popping up? What's it going to take to do it? And then what's it going to take to just walk off the cliff and not care? It may work out, and I'm the fool, and it's just fun. You ever wanted to buy a box of Legos? Have you ever wanted to just create a garden? Well, here's an idea. Just get yourself a flower box. It's just like 3 feet by 1 feet, or 1 foot by 1 foot, or get a chia pet and watch it grow. Or, you know what? Just take a potato, stick some pencils in it and a glass of water and just watch it grow. No idea is too small, right? It's just the act of doing something small that affects the large. So, with that, I hope everybody again has an amazing, amazing day. What am I going to do different? Maybe I'll try and design something new for my 3D printer. That turned out really well. I designed... Look at this. So... Oh. Where am I? Look at this. I got a 3D printer. And I always wanted a blue ghost statue. This is the statue that's on the box, the 1960s Ouija board box. I made this from scratch. So this was one of those dumb ideas I had, and I made it work. So you would not imagine how much joy I got from that one small thing, and now people actually want to buy that thing. So I didn't do it to make money, but looks like, I'm not going to say which museum it's in, but it's actually in a museum because a friend of mine wanted it. So I made some extras. But with that, do something like that. Just something dumb. And it's really worthwhile if somebody near you says, looks at you like you're nuts. Like, why are you doing that? That's even better. So, with that, do have that amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Make us morph. So, we say... Actually, this is based on the statue Silence, we believe. Because there's a statue that's like this. He doesn't have his hand up. And it's in a cemetery. But anyway, have a good day. Think of something different. And enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears.